Today, we're going to see how we can change vulnerabilities for impact. For those who don't know me, my name is Daher Mohamed. I'm in the top 60 Hunter on standoff and a lot of others, but you are not going to mention here. I've been into cybersecurity for over 10 years now. So we start from here, introduction. Today, we are going to cover three cases that I was able to find during my job, my doing bug bounty. I was able to find these three cases, and I will explain to you what happened for each of the cases, and I will reproduce for you on a vulnerable server that I created. So the first case is chaining a race condition with RFC email formatting and blind accesses to breach an internet admin channels. Second one is a one-click account takeover that I found on Sony a lot of years ago. And the last one would be discovering a hidden Swagger endpoint by using path normalization and extracting sensitive internet documents. But before we go, we'll start slowly by explaining each little bug that we found, how we can use that actually to chain it into something bigger. To do that, you have to understand first how each little bug can be used, the functionalities of each bug. Why are they here? How do they happen? That's what we are going to cover now. First, the rest condition, timing attacks. A rest condition happens when two actions occur almost at the same time and the system fails to enforce the correct order. Example, you are ordering an item from a store and you have a $20 discount card. This code will give you a 20% off. So normally when you apply the discount one time, the server will not let you apply it a second time. That's normal. But what if the first time you send the discount code, you send simultaneously many requests before the server even understand what's happening? So actually what is going to happen is here, as you can see on this picture from Amiguire, I think. So you send a post request to the shop with a discount code, but you send many requests at the same time. So before the race window is 3 ms here, before the server understands that you have already used the discount code one time, you get 20 plus $20, which is a $40 discount code. Because you are sending the request too fast for the server to understand that you have already used the code and that you cannot use it anymore. So the same behavior will work for any functionalities that have a similar underlying processing, like email verification. You create an account, you change the email before verifying the account, you send simultaneously the request to change the email and to verify your old email, and you will get a verified account without having the email. So don't worry, for now it's just a lot of theory, but you're going to show it later live on the server. Next, RFC email formatting. So the RFC is the allowed email standard. It is the regex that the server will follow to tell if the email you have submitted is valid or not. Basically, you send an email. This is supposed to be like this. Sorry, let's not fix it. Okay, right. So whenever you submit an email, any email, the server will send that email to that redirect. It will check the record. If that code says it's good, then your email is valid. If the code says it's not good, your email is invalid. Like from here, script alert such basically XSS payload. It goes through the regex not valid. The same thing, but with double quotes. So regex will allow us to create any email as long as you have double quotes at the end and at the at the end and at the start of the email. Let me show you some examples. So this is some pictures I took from the stand-up Telegram channel, official channel. We have some emails here. ASU.a.com valid. With the space, not valid. With the space again, not valid. But as long as you have the double quotes here and here, it's valid. Same here again, you can use SQL injection. You have double quotes here, you have double quotes here, it will be valid. Once again, double quotes, valid. Another example, here. Again, double quotes, valid. So let's show you actually what that means, live demonstration. I have here, let me start the server. Okay. Okay, so this is the server we're attacking. First, we have to create an account. There, valid address gmail.com 123456. Let's check what we can do here. We send the request. It will be normal. That's a normal request using my email, my password. We send the request. So, account created. We have sent a verification email to valid.gmail.com, which is here. Welcome to page talks. You have received. Please verify your email. But we also have the functionality here to change the email to a new email. So what we are going to do here is to enter any valid email. Sorry. Okay. So we use any valid email here. We intercept the request and we can inject our XSS payload inside. Yeah. Oh, sorry, that's the old email. We want a new email. New email here. XSS payload, username, everything, and we send. New verification email sent to. We do that one more time. 8.8.com. We change again. And what we are going to do here is that request, we don't send it, we don't forward it here. We go back to the old email we have received, we copy it, and we send it here. So right now, if you check, we have the verification email for the first email we have created, which is valid.gmail.com, and you have the change email form. If we submit them together with the two requests, I may verify successfully because the server failed to understand that we have changed our email address before verifying it. Now, how do we log in? If we enter the email, gmail.com, of course, it will tell us you cannot because the email is not valid. So once again, you enter a valid email, intercept the request, and that's the email here. And you send. Boom. So we are logged in. Now we were able to create an email with an XSS payload inside and verify it. So next thing we have to check is how to actually get XSS. What I did here during my live hunt is that I created a post myself, so fake post and content. And I have reported my post for the admin. So what you need to understand here is that a lot of time when you're working on the forums is that The admins always have a invisible hidden UI for this kind of request, the report, the signalment, and everything. So every time you're working on a forum, you have always to check to send actually a report with the payload and check where it goes. So here we can check. It is the admin panel, user reviews. You can see that we have a lot of them. If you check one, fake post, invite to post. This is a fake post, as you can see. Yeah, this one. So fake post. And from what you can see here, XSS was injected here and it fired. No, this is the old one here. It's not reloading. User reviews. No. Okay, so basically the UI has some problems, but I was able to inject it here and get a callback from my Burp Suite collaborator server from the admin panel. So basically, what happened here is that we were able to, that's the full report. You can see that I was paid the maximum amount. And it's the same thing we did. So the payload was executed and inside the Antoinette admin panel, and I analyzed the source code and found something very interesting. So basically what happened is that when the XSS fired inside the admin panel, I checked the source code of the admin panel, and inside I was able to find a link that was generated for each user. The link generates a impersonation token. So whoever who has this link is able to log in as a user with no password. So I use the XSS to get the link and log in as admin. From here, XSS and email, we crafted an email with a blank XSS payload. We use a race condition to verify the account. We use the plain XSS to crawl and retrieve all pages from the dashboard, and we can take over. So let's go to the second case because we don't have much time. And by the way, guys, sorry, but I haven't slept in 26 hours. So right now it's a little bit difficult for me. I've been on the flight for 26 hours, no sleep, no eat, nothing. So second bug was a one-click ATO on Sony. So let me explain what happens. And I will also open here. Also, here it is. Okay, so HTML injection. This is a normal reset password request. So you have the post to the endpoint, the email, the redirect URI, etc. When you send that request, the email you will receive will look like this. So you have the href tag, site.com.reset, the token, the redirect URI, click here to reset. That's very normal until now. But what if we inject HTML codes inside the redirect URI parameter? So the same request, but inside here we have closed the tag and opened a new tag. So sometimes when the server is vulnerable, you will receive an email like this to reset backend. And here we can see that the previous tag were closed and we have opened a new tag here. just like this. Change your password, and hey there, we have added the new tag. Let's continue. What is HTTP parameter pollution? So HTTP parameter pollution happens when you send duplicate parameters and a URL or request to confuse how the server processes them. Most of the time, the server will only process the last parameter. For example, you have a request to reset your password with a valid token, but you have a second parameter token with a false token. What happened here is that the server will only take the second token, which is false, and it will tell you the token is invalid and you cannot change your password. Now, let me tell you about the ping attribute. The ping attribute is used on an array element to send a background HTTP request, which is a ping request to one URL once the link is clicked. It's mainly used for click tracking, for example, analytic systems that want to know when a user followed the link. For example, you have the href link with the ping attribute. So when you are going to click on this link, the ping attribute is going to send to your server a post request with a ping to header with the link you click on. So how was I able to use that to have a content takeover? So here you have the reset password page, daher@gmail.com. Okay, mailbox. So you enter any email here, .gmail.com. It will send you normally here. It is supposed to, at least. Why is it not sending? Maybe you have to create an account. Uh, yeah, yeah, we're done. But the whole thing is okay. So, oh, sorry for the bug, guys. It's the plane. Okay, this is the request to reset the password. You have your email and the redirect your AI, and it sends you. This is the request you receive. So, change password, token, redirect your AI. But here, what happens if we close the tag, open a new one, and try to get HTML injection? So you can see here, you have a new word, which is hey. You were able to close the old tag and open the new tag. No, let's continue. We can close tags, we can open tags. So we can add the ping attribute. Ping equal, and I will put my collaborator here. And you close. So if you check the HTML again here, you can see that you have the request with the ping attribute. But no, the problem is, let's say the victim click on the link. What if he actually uses the token and reset his password? It's true you are going to receive the ping back with the link, but he will be using the link already, so the token will be useless. This is where the HTTP parameter pollution comes. So here, if we add and token equal false token and send it, now we have a legitimate password request form. Let's open it. Wait, the token didn't We have to encode the token here. We have to encode like this. Did we receive the new one? Yeah, new one. So you see, you have opened the link to reset the password, but you are getting invalid or expired token. This is happening because inside the link, we have one token false and one valid token. But since we have injected two parameters called token, the server is only taking the second token and is throwing invalid. But in our burst collaborators, as you can see, we have received a post request with the ping attribute and the link. We just have to copy the link here, and we delete the false token here. We only keep the valid token and change passwords. So we can put 123, 123, and 123, 123. And you can see that we got an icon HEO, icon takeover, just by abusing the HTTP parameter pollution, the ping attribute, and the HTML injection, or the keynote. So review the HTML injection, parameter pollution, ping attribute, icon takeover, and I was actually able to get an HO on Sony here, as you can see, in 2020 using the same technique. This is Sony again. So I still had one more case, but we don't have time, so we're going to go to the questions. I will let Alex take the mic and see if there's any question. So before we go with the question, guys, I'm very sorry, but like I was 26 hours on a plane, haven't slept, haven't eaten yet. So it's very hard for me to stay awake right now and talk. So I hope it was still a good talk. And if you have any question,
Mohamed,
I will answer them.
1, 2, 3. Yes, we don't have time for questions. We have to wrap up. But I just wanted to say that Mohamed is staying for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days here and going to be on 307 Tampering Conference here. So you can go there and approach him and find him over there and ask the questions. He's going to be like part of the community for the next couple of days, okay? That's cool. Man, thank you so much. Take the taxi, get yourself to the hotel, and we'll hang out somewhere.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And sorry again, guys.
Thank you, man. Talk to you soon.